Okay, here's this very quick video review of the Samsung Galaxy S. I decided to do it from my MacBook because it was easier than fiddling with the camera. Okay, first up, this is what it looks like. A lot of people think it looks a bit like an iPhone. I personally think it looks better. Any call in Korea, you can't really see, but you might notice a sort of a kind of I don't know. You can maybe see the effect on there. It's kind of a little like pixelated effect. That looks like it could be carbon fiber. On the back there, there's a speaker. Obviously the camera. SKT. Okay, it's a good build quality, I think personally. It's heavy. You can see it. There's the side profile. Side on. You can see it's quite thin. You can also see it's got a little bump on the. Oh, sorry, a little bump on the back. I don't know what that is. Don't know why that bump exists, but never mind. Okay, here it is. Yes, I have a picture of me on my on my screen, created by Jin Sun Lee. Just as a credit to that. Okay, you've got your there we are. You've got your basic widget screen, and you can see that you can move these around, and you run on a sort of a. Where are we going that way? You can see the little dots at the top of the screen. They're moving, so you've got that many different pages, and that means that the wallpaper just slowly moves along, which is quite a neat feature. But you know, it's a bit weird. It would be cool if you could have them all on the same one, but never mind. For up there, you've got things like the. This is where it tells you what apps are running currently. So you can see I've got one app running currently, which is the music player, and I can kill that. And you can also get details about what else is going on. Press the home button here to go back to the main. There's the. This is like the option button. It brings up certain things sometimes. It's kind of context sensitive. You can see. You can sort things there, for example. And also there's the back button. Okay. Very quickly, you see basic things up the top. You've got your phone, contacts, message, and applications down the bottom. So there we are. Sorry. Okay. I've got that at the bottom. I've got your marketplace, camera, music player. You can choose what settings you want. For example, you can hold this down and it brings up like a task manager thing, which has got the last ones that you used. Press that again. Or if you just hold your finger on the screen anywhere, you can choose between things like Samsung widgets, shortcuts, folders, or wallpapers that you'd like to show. So for example, Android widgets takes you to, you can put things like your Facebook thing on there, Latitude, which is for like GPS, Melon player and things like that. So there's a few things you can add on. This is my first time using Android, so it's quite new to me, for example. The camera's nice. Let me show you the camera. Take a picture of things. For example, let's just take a quick picture of something interesting. I don't know. Let's take a picture of that. Why not? Okay, that was a terrible picture. There was no focus. Let me try that again. Alright, so you can see it takes a good picture and it covers the entire screen. You've got a kind of a focus thing. So you choose where you want to go, for example, let's say over there, and it'll focus in on that part of the screen. And when it beeps, that means it's in focus and you can click the picture. You can also choose videos. You've got those basic settings down this side, sorry. You can choose like resolution and what have you. So you go in here, choose things like that. So I can choose here, I've got my resolution to wide 4 megapixels, but it does actually go all the way up to 5 and down all the way to like VGA standard. You can also use things like, there's a panoramic shot, there's different types of shot. For example, you use single shot, self shot, which is good. My old camera didn't, while having a camera on the front of the screen, didn't actually have the ability to shoot. I'm sorry, I'm throwing this all over the place. I don't think you're going to regret asking me for a review, I tell you. So you've got all the different ones there, and you can choose what ones that is. You also have the ability to shoot video. There we are. Sorry, I'm going to get used to this in a minute because I'm looking on the screen over here, and that's why it's making it a bit difficult. But you can see what sort of things you've got there. You can look back at your pictures. It'll tell you things like that. Pretty standard. It's not anything particularly special. Also got things like 3G. The marketplace is quite good. I don't know if you've used the marketplace before. Let me just. There's also this little neat bar at the top, which is quite good. Hold your finger on the bottom and drag down. See if you can zoom in again. You things like your Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS, and vibration. If you have notifications, it'll tell you things like maybe about updated or what have you. If Wi-Fi on, I've got Wi-Fi in the apartment, so that'll take me up. I'll try and sync in at some point. Oh, there we go. Done. See? All right. So things like I can show you the marketplace now. Loading, and then you've got all these things like that, and you can choose. The Korean marketplace doesn't have any games because the Korean government's being stupid, but I won't go into that now. I will, however, just very quickly down this. 21. Where are we? 21 fans will recognize this symbol, Shipilbonga, shopping mall. So let's just download that randomly. Don't think I'll ever use it, but why not? Oh, sorry, things have that. Install. Okay. And that's going away doing its own thing. Out again. Okay, as I say, there's also the applications. I should quickly show things like the contacts page. It's pretty standard. I mean, you've got your groups, contacts, things like that. I've got my fandom delivery numbers, as you might see there, for the office numbers that I've picked up over time. But you've got things like contacts. It's nothing special. You know, you've got names and numbers in there. It syncs with your Gmail and stuff like that because it's a Android phone. Messages are pretty standard. Nothing much going on there. You can check out these things, and it's threaded conversations, in very much the same way as the iPhone is. So nothing too special there. Nothing you haven't probably seen. Let's see where we're at. You've got your pages of apps and things like that. I've got a lot more than, for example, a lot of people outside of Korea will. I've got like a lot of the T services, Nate, T-Store, T-Map, which is pretty much a fully functional navigation program like you would have in a car. Calendars, alarm clocks, galleries, and just like a standard browser. Google Maps, a video player. On the next page, we've got things like voice search, Melon Player, a special office app, tutorial things, a mini diary. The daily briefing, which is you set where you live, and you'll pick up when you wake up in the morning. It automatically launches, and you can, I don't know, see the weather, stock prices, news, memos. Ovjet, I don't know what that is. Something Korean. Google Talk, obviously being Android, it does a lot of syncing with things like that automatically. You just put it in once, and it syncs everything up. AllShare, which is the sharing program for the Samsung phone. I'm sorry, I'm holding this wrong again. You can do things like that, but I've not tried it myself. Exit program, yes please. Yeah, Android doesn't usually freeze on that, sorry. Anyway, things like that. You've got Naver. I've also got Naver Maps, Daum Maps, Daum TV Pot, Cyworld Mini Homepage program. Some things I've downloaded like Twitter. You get Me Today natively comes in on. Kyobo Bookstore, things like that. You can download ebooks and what have you. But these are all things that aren't really going to apply to a lot of people because these are specific for Korean, for the Korean phone, and maybe even more specifically for the for SKT. So just simple programs like that. Let me just quickly open that up. I suppose if I was thinking about things that maybe annoy me a little bit, is that the music player isn't quite as amazing as it could be. I mean, it's got, you can get programs on there. That's Radwimps, by the way, bit of J-Rock. And you've got your standard sort of things like, where are we at? Along the top here. So you've got your sort by album, sort by artist, sort by genre, things like that. So it's pretty simple. You can just throw them all in at once. So it's pretty good to go through, or you can spin it around and look at them that way. So that's pretty good. The inbuilt speaker is pretty good. Where are we at? Let's find something that's somewhat relevant. So I don't know if you can hear that. So yeah. Things like that. I've not got any videos to show you, but I'm sure they are very, very pleasant. What else can I show you? Coming out of there. What's it saying here? Well, here you can see these are notifications in that little window I showed you earlier. Also says there are updates available, things like that. So I mean, the music player, I would say the music player is not the best. Like when you go into the now playing page, and then you come back out again, it's not always on the right